Hey friends, Jackeline here. In today's video, I'm bringing you a luxury beauty haul. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you can give me that opportunity and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to see what I have been shopping for lately, then just keep on watching. I have been very careful on what I have been shopping for lately because let's be honest, we are here on September and at any point in time we're gonna see a huge amount of holiday releases. I mean, like, I'm sure when you're watching these, Labor Day weekend and all the sales had ended, and all of the brands, they are going to start like bombarding us with holiday releases. And talking about holiday releases, the first luxury brand that launched their holiday 2021 collection has been Givenchy, and I couldn't resist the temptation. From the promo pictures, absolutely everything looked just so elegant. And in fact, I do have already a review for this collection right here. So I picked up everything that was available. They had an exclusive access through Saks Fifth Avenue. I'm sure things will come out to other retailers as time progresses, but by the way, I'll be leaving all the details of the products that I'm talking today on the description box below for your convenience. So this collection came with this beautiful eyeshadow palette with 9-pan palettes. Honestly, it's gorgeous. I love the color story. It may look very like simple on the pan, but it has just some beautiful shades right here, from yes, gold, a little bit of rose gold, some mauve, and then they give us some iridescent shades like lilac shades, pink shades with a cool undertone. This eyeshadow palette is just stunning, and I think it's a palette, honestly, I mean, you have to watch my review, but to be honest with you, this is for all year round. It's not just for the holidays. So it makes it for a palette that, okay, you know, it's so beautiful, I'm just gonna wear it all year round. Now, the collection also came with 2 lipsticks. I went ahead and picked up both of them. There was a little bit of like a misunderstanding on one of the lipstick, which is Copper Nude. And I say misunderstanding in the sense that it showed the promo picture as if it had another type of embossing. It still has the Givenchy embossing, and this shade is just gorgeous, gorgeous. And I love how beautiful this packaging it is. I mean, velvet with the gold, again, super elegant. The other shade is Rouge Graine, which is a shade that exists on Givenchy line. A lot of people may already have it, but since I didn't have it, I'm like, you know what, in limited edition packaging, yes, give it to me. I mean, like, this is everything. This is everything. It's just so pretty, so elegant. And then one of the pieces that honestly got me the most excited is the Prisme Libre highlighter. Yeah, this is a loose powder, kind of like these beautiful blushes that Givenchy just launched not too long ago, but highlighter, and it's the one that I'm wearing today. Is just stunning. It blends seamlessly, and there's a combination right here of like pinky tone, kind of cool tone, and then more of like a golden tone that at the end when you mix them in, honestly, just give a gorgeous kind of like champagne shade. I mean, it makes it very versatile. I love the sifter. I love everything about it. Everything about it. And I cannot wait because from the promo images, it seems like the collection also has a Prisme Libre limited edition packaging, and actually looks very pretty, and I really want to get it. So that's that. And now going into fragrances, as soon as I saw this perfume drop, I was like, I want it. I mean, like, it was a blind buy because yes, I read a little bit of the description, but I just felt that I needed it in my life. And I'm talking about the new KILIAN Apple Brandy on the Rocks. Oh my goodness. And yes, I took it out already from the plastic wrap because I couldn't resist. As soon as I got it, you know, I was like, okay, I want to smell it. I want to see what it is on me. And look at the beautiful bottle right here. I mean, I love these bottles of KILIAN. I think they are doing an excellent job, just like Angels Share, as well as Roses on Ice. And then there's another fragrance that is called Le Vert, something like that. Honestly, I don't recall the exact name, but I know apple brandy, just apple brandy existed for Kilian, but this is apple brandy on the rocks. So it's another twist right here. So let me tell you, yeah, let me tell you more about this fragrance right here. So I have been wearing it and I have some opinions about it. And I know a lot of you guys have been very curious about this fragrance. You guys have been asking me what is the difference between the original apple brandy and this apple brandy on the rocks. They're completely different. Apple brandy is more of like a warm scent, a little bit more gourmand. It has a little bit more of a spice in it. While this one right here, I first thought when I heard, you know, apple brandy is gonna have apple. It doesn't have apple. It actually has pineapple, but more than anything, on the opening, you're gonna smell right away bergamot. And yes, it does have pineapple, so it does have a fruity scent, but the bergamot is very present. So this is a very, very different kind of take on apple brandy, the original. I think it's a very fresh kind of fragrance. It's still on the boozy side because it does have the rum, it does have a little bit of musk in it, it does have a little bit of vanilla, which it makes it set down a little bit again on that boozy kind of area, but it still is very fresh. So if you are a fan, say, of apple brandy, the original, it's I don't want to say that it's loud, but it's more like, you know, present. This one right here is more like kind of like morning time, a little bit more like everyday kind of use. Not so much for, you know, I think for of Kilian fragrances that are more like, it's a niche brand that really brings something different to the table. But this one right here is different, but yet somewhat familiar. If I have to compare it even further with the original apple brandy, I will have to say, like, okay, apple brandy is kind of like that boozy, you know, like that drink that you wanna enjoy by the fireplace, you know, in a cabin, perhaps, you know, when it's like very like foggy outside or there's some snow and, you know, that coziness and stuff like that. While apple brandy on the rocks is more like your tropical kind of booze, and tropical not in the sense of coconut, but, you know, like kind of like by the poolside, you know, that very like flirty, you know, like very bright, yet it's still clean and kind of like on the fresh side. Yeah, like that. And then as far as the longevity goes, I was a little bit surprised about this fragrance because I thought it was gonna last me like, you know, 7-8 hours solid. 4-5 hours. I will give you 5 hours top, as if it's a feminine fragrance, unisex fragrance, or if it's more masculine. I really think that it's a unisex fragrance because it's fresh, yet it has, you know, that I think it's also sexy because it smells a little bit like a man, but not yet like a men's fragrance. Hopefully it makes sense. Also, it has a little bit of that kind of like a spiciness or something. I think it comes from the cardamom that it has in it, but it's a very, very beautiful fragrance. Like I said, a lovely fragrance if you had been, you know, looking for, if you enjoy very much the apple brandy, the original one, and you love the DNA. I think apple brandy on the rocks is different. It carries that DNA in the middle note, but a little bit more fresh. You know, like I said, this is by the poolside, and apple brandy, the original, is more by the fireplace. So yeah, that's my fragrance, the one that I bought. I just couldn't resist. Mostly when I heard like, oh, apple brandy on the rocks, immediately give me that icy kind of vibe, and I'm like, maybe this is the one that I'm looking for. I was honestly very, very surprised that it didn't have apples, but in a way, they were able to manage it that when you spray it, the first, you know, impression, you kind of like, or I don't know if it's something on my mind, I felt like, oh, there's an apple right here. But no, and although it has pineapple, it's not a fruity scent either. I smell more the bergamot more than anything else. Okay, friends, now moving on right here to other products that I have purchased. I went ahead and got another Pat McGrath blush. I know. I know. I complete my collection. Now I have 9 Pat McGrath blushes. Why not, right? I was missing Nymphette. So I went ahead and picked it up, and I think it looks very pretty. I honestly haven't tried it yet, but it's a very kind of like subdued kind of rosy tone, and I have seen it in a few people like trying it, and I think it looks very pretty going into fall and winter. And I said, you know what, I know the quality of these blushes, the pigmentation, how they blend, and although I don't need more blushes, I decided to pick it up. And I said I don't need more blushes because I placed an order with Tom Ford and I got 2 of his new blushes. These are the Shade and Illuminate blushes. I in fact have a full-on review with a 8 hours wear test for these blushes and also the concealer. And I have bad news to tell you. Bad news because your wallet is not gonna like it, my bank account is not gonna like it, but I like all the products. This is so I know. I went ahead and placed another order for the shade Aflame. I think it's called Aflame. It's the more pinky shade. But yeah, if you want to see my full review, I did again a full-on wear test. I brought you in like very close and personal midday check-in under the sun, where you're gonna be able to see these products in action. The longevity of these blushes is just amazing. This one is the shade Cherry Blaze. It's more of like a coral tone. It's not cherry. I'm like, why they put cherry? There's no red in here. There's not even pink in here. It's more pinky coral with a peachy tone. I don't know why they put a Cherry Blaze. I mean, I'm not upset about it, but I wish to see more pinky shades on this line. That's why I went ahead and placed another order. And then I have here, this is Peach Poison, and this one is truly peachy shade, and I love this burn tone right here because it gives a beautiful golden hour kind of look. Very lovely. Although they look matte, they have a little slight, I don't want to say satin finish, but you know, a very natural finish to the skin that just looks amazing. And then the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Concealer, guys. Perhaps too soon to announce it, but I think this will be my next holy grail. I know, it's battling Pat McGrath. I know, this is such, I mean, like, I'm sorry, nobody has to spend the amount of money on this type of concealer. $90, no, you don't have to spend that amount of money, but if I will repurchase it, I will 100% repurchase it. This is such a great concealer. I'm so impressed with the consistency, how lightweight it is, the longevity of it, how awesome it looks under the eyes of a person that is more mature, that, you know, if you have fine lines under your eyes, yeah, and dark circles too. It says it's a medium coverage, but it also says that it's a buildable coverage, and I have to give it to them. You know, I do have dark under eye circles, and it covered my under eye circles, and the way that it wore throughout the entire day is amazing. Now, I live in more of like a drier area. I used to live in Florida for the beginning of this 2021, and I will have to say, perhaps if I was in the, you know, humidity levels of the East Coast, I may need to powder it more, but here in drier area in California, I don't feel the need to powder it. It looks amazing under the eyes, very natural, and like I said, lightweight with enough pigmentation to really cover and conceal whatever you need to conceal. And I'm wearing it right now, and today, I mean, you may see a little bit of like brightness right here. Is because it's a hot day today here in my area. And now another Tom Ford item that I just purchased. Now this is not new, but it's something that I have been wanting to be added to my collection, is the Tom Ford Cream and Powder Eye Color. Now I do have the one that came this year, the Soleil one. I do have also a peachy one. This one is in the shade Naked Bronze. And honestly, I never pay attention to this shade right here. I don't know why. It was like, you know, kind of have a little bit of like a green undertone in it, or a little bit of taupey tone. But then I saw my friend Brie Clark. She was wearing it on one of her live videos. I think it was a Will I Buy It video or something like that, or Jazz or Pass, however she calls it, I don't know. But it looks so beautiful on her, and I'm like, Well, you know, I have tried the formulation. Again, I have the one that is the peach one, and then also the one in the golden pod that has black and gold from the Soleil 2021 summer collection of this year. And I know I love the formulation, so I'm like, meh, okay, let me just get Naked Bronze. So I added my collection, and there you go. I think that's it, because there's more to come for the holidays for Tom Ford. It's actually very, very heavy on products. And now for La Bouche Rouge, I actually finally purchased the eyeshadow palette. So there was a whole story about this eyeshadow palette. I ordered it at the beginning when I wanted it to. I ordered like the bronzer, the highlighter, lipsticks and whatnot, and I ordered the eyeshadow palette, and on my order it was missing the eyeshadow palette. There was a confusion on the end of the retailer, so anyhow I ended up, you know, like, okay, I will buy it at another time whenever it comes available, because this specific like what was actually sold out for a little bit in Europe, and I mean like pretty much everywhere. And then finally I saw it coming back in stock. I'm like, okay, let me get it, because I really want to make a review of the entire brand La Bouche Rouge. Let me know if you want to see it. This one is Aral or Aral in Spanish. I really don't know how they want me to pronounce it, but oh my goodness, I really love this color story. You know, guys, that I love these mauvey, taupey, cool tone shades, and coming into fall, this is what I want to see. I love that it comes in this leather pouch. Everything just is so beautiful, so elegant, so pristine. I cannot wait to try the whole line. Finally open up all the other boxes and try La Bouche Rouge here on camera. Let me know if you want like a try on haul of different things, or if you want me to like a brand review. You let me know. And then I purchased, well, the palette that I'm using today is a NATASHA DENONA Retro palette. I have been loving this palette. I have been using it like for 5 days straight. Oh, crazy, but so good. I really love this palette. Today I use basically these above the crease. Then I went with, this shade right here, Swing, on the outer V. In the middle, I apply a little bit of Jude, and then inner third portion of the mobile lid, I went with Glitz, and then on the bottom, I just went back to this shade right here, and just with a flat definer, I just went ahead and used this shade right here on the bottom lash line. What a beautiful palette. This palette is just so complimentary. If you have the Glam palette, I think this will be, you know, a really, really good palette to make company to it, because it's that cool tone, berry tone palette. It's super beautiful. Even though you have a little bit of warmer shades right here, I think it gives it a little bit of variety. And you know what? I did my full-on review on this one with 2 eye looks, a ton of comparisons with Pat McGrath, Charlotte Tilbury, other ones obviously from NATASHA DENONA. And although you can find similar shades on other brands, say Huda Beauty and all the rest, but the color story itself is different. It's different enough to make it a really good purchase for me. I mean, I'm super happy about it. The only shade perhaps that I will be like, yeah, this one here, and not because of performance, it's just perhaps adding another type of shade on the silver tones, or like deep silver, I don't know. I wish to have seen that, but overall, what an amazing palette. I'm just so in love. This is my type of palette, and yes, I have to say, it doesn't look much like a mini retro. It's more like the mini love, you know, continuation of the mini love. But, you know, I like the perspective that the mini retro stands alone all by itself, as well as this retro palette. I think they both have their own personalities, yet they both can be combined together and be best friends. I mean, I'm so in love with it. So, so, so good. Okay, and then I went ahead and picked up a few products from Cle de Peau. I picked up the bronzing powder duo in the shade 1. And this is a very kind of like thick kind of compact. I didn't thought it was gonna be so thick. I mean, I really love the presentation. It's gorgeous, but it's just a little bit on the thicky side right here. And you know what? I think it was Jennifer from Just Glow Firefly. If you don't follow her, go, you know, follow her. She's an amazing content creator. She does reviews too. But anyhow, I saw her wearing this one. I don't know if it's this exact shade. And I'm like, you know what? I really would love to do a brand overview too for Cle de Peau. Let me know if you're interested in that. Perhaps we can do a different brands. Again, I just love to hear from you. Give me ideas. Let me know what you want to see. It doesn't have to be new stuff and whatnot, but yeah. And talking about Cle de Peau, I also picked up their Luminizing Face Enhancer, and this one is in the shade 18, which is a very hard shade to find, at least of what I have heard of. And it comes in this little pouch. Very, very lovely. Super pretty. And I love the peachy undertones of this luminizer. So it comes with a little brush right there, and it's kind of like a peachy tone with champagne and this unexpected kind of like blue shade. It looks so pretty, and I love how is the design carries on from this, from the outer package to here. An abstract design, really, really pretty. Loving it. And you know what, I just wanna like hit my head hard because right now Cle de Peau has out and available on their website their holiday 2021 collection, which let me know if you want me to review it. I'm really interested on the highlighter, which is one of these right here. Also some lipsticks. Not so sure about the eyeshadow palettes, but perhaps yes. Let me know if you want to see an entire review of that collection. I will be leaving the link and the details on the description box. The collection looks very pretty, so I'm very tempted, and I wanted to knock my head because it's like, okay, I'm picking up this one, which is, you know, permanent on the collection, but then all of a sudden Cle de Peau dropped their holiday collection. I'm like, okay, oh my goodness. Continuing with Cle de Peau, I purchased the Radiant Fluid Foundation Natural. So I already have this same foundation. Absolutely in love with it. They actually launched the matte finish last year. This year they went with a natural finish. So I purchased B40, which is my summer shade. And right now I purchased my shade B30 for fall and winter. Do I need another foundation? I have enough foundations for a lifetime. But you know, I really enjoy that foundation that I'm like, okay. Yeah, let me go ahead and get it. And then also from Cle de Peau, I purchased their concealer in a stick. Now I do have it right here, but it's a shade that is a little bit too light. And I was talking with my friend Grace from Everyday Edit, and she was so sweet and so kind. She sent me a picture with the swatches because she has like 3 or 4 of these ones on different shades, and I think I want to try this shade Honey. It looks like this shade will actually really work for my skin tone. I do have more of like a light to medium skin tone, a little bit on the warmer undertone, but the shade that I have is somewhere here buried. Is I think the shade Almond, and it's just a little bit too bright for me. Even fall and winter time I like it, but I have to always mix it in with a corrector. Not that I will not do so, but I really wanted something that is not too brightening, but more. The way that I like to use my concealer is one shade lighter or the same as my skin tone. So anyhow, that's that right there. And then I purchased this Clinique Makeup Brush Cleanser. So this right here, yeah, is something that I continuously use. So this is something that I needed. I usually spot clean all my brushes because most of my brushes, they are natural hair bristles with kind of like a towel or a microfiber towel. It doesn't matter. This one right here is bamboo, which is amazing. I will be sharing it with you. Let me know if you want to see like my Amazon favorites, because I do have some products that I have to rave about from Amazon. Anyhow, but if I don't have the time to wash my brushes, like say within a frame of 2 weeks, so usually that's my frame, 2 weeks, because I have enough brushes to rotate, then I wash them and keep going. But say, you know, like I feel like my brush really needs, you know, like it has perhaps some cream bronzer or cream blush, you know, I go ahead and use this Clinique Makeup Brush Cleanser. This is way more gentle on your brushes than say, for example, the, I think it's called Cinema Secrets Brush Cleaner. I know a lot of people rave about it. I have tried it and I have returned it. Talking about return, perhaps when you see this video, you will see my video where I talk about 5 regrets, things that I have returned, and what other things I will suggest to get, kind of like, you know, like don't buy this, buy that kind of thing. Anyhow, so yeah, the Cinema Secrets, no, it, like, you can smell the intense alcohol, which it totally makes sense, because if you're a makeup artist and I don't know, you're doing bridal makeup and you need to spot clean your brushes right there to use it in someone else, I mean, it makes total sense that you need to use alcohol. But yeah, I want something a lot more gentle, and this one here is very gentle. It hasn't damaged at all any of my brushes. Talking about from my Sonia G brushes, I also have the Natural Hair Bristle Tone 4 brushes too, and yeah, they haven't been damaged at all by this. And it's something that you just spray it one time, immediately go on a paper towel, spot cleanse it, and actually conditions it. It's a really, really good product. I know I'm raving about a makeup brush cleaner. Okay. Oh, and then with my purchase of the KILIAN Apple Brandy On The Rocks perfume, since I bought it at Sephora, they sent me this Tatcha Indigo Overnight Repair. I think this is a new cream that they just launched. It says Serum in Cream. And I know the Indigo line is for those of us that we have more sensitive skin, and I cannot wait to give it a try. I haven't even opened it up yet, but I will be trying it, and I'm so happy to have received this right here, so that way I will be prepared, because I'm sure, I mean, like, it's coming soon, the Sephora sale for the holidays, and if this is good, this may be something that I want to add it right there on, I don't know, my Sephora wish list. Who knows? But I'm super excited to try these Tatcha products, because I love pretty much everything Tatcha. I mean, absolutely love the liquid silk canvas, the silk canvas on a pot. I love their essence, their oil for, you know, removing your makeup. I love the water cream. I mean, I love all the moisturizers. I love Tatcha in general. They do an amazing job. So I'm super excited to try that one, and I will let you know how it's working on my sensitive, dry skin. And last but not least, something that I received on PR from Vanity Makeup. Thank you so much to Vanity Makeup, to Annie, who is the founder, for your generosity. They sent me their Sculpt and Glow palettes. These are trios, and they sent me on the medium and the tan version. You know, guys, I have been raving about the Vanity Makeup, the Signature palette. This palette is luxury, gorgeous, but more than anything, it has amazing formulations, different textures. This is not your typical neutral palette. This is just amazing. I have a full-on review with comparisons if you want to see it. Anyhow, they reached out to me and they wanted to send me these babies right here. So let me show them to you, because this has, they're a combination of, let me see, I think it's cream products for contouring. The packaging, lovely. Very, very on brand. I really love the packaging of these. So pretty. Okay, also all of these are creams. So you have a contour, then you have like a brightening kind of like shade, and this is in the tan trio, and this one here is to glow. So it's kind of your base for highlighter. I mean, you can use it alone, or you can actually use it and go over top with highlighter. And then let me show you the medium trio. And by the way, these are all made in USA. Now the eyeshadow palette is made in Italy, but these ones right here are made here in the US. So this one right here is the medium trio, same packaging. Yeah, so pretty. Let me just put them side by side so you can see. This will work just fine for me. So here is the tan trio, and this is a medium trio. They do have also a light trio. Yeah, so I cannot wait to try it. This is so exciting. And they also sent me their face sculpt brush and their nose sculpt brush. So these are perfect to go with this. I really love the packaging. I'm like, Annie, the founder of this brand, she really gives a thought of everything. And this is so soft. These are synthetic brushes, which are perfect for application of cream products, and this is the one for contouring and brightening your nose area. So these look wonderful. I really like them quite a bit, the ferrule, and they are super soft. They are not too dense. which it will make it really good for, you know, blending, and this one right here to apply. This is perfect. So thank you so much again to Vanity Makeup for sending this over to me. I'm so grateful. So grateful to you guys, my subscribers, because if it wasn't for your support, your love, whether it's here on YouTube, on Instagram, anytime that you tag me, I mean, all of that give me and opens the opportunities for brands to actually check my channel, check what I do, check my reviews, and having these opportunities. Anyhow, my friends, this makes it for this video. I mean, this is my haul, my latest haul. You see, I have been behaving a little bit better because I know my hauls usually are so big, so, you know, like they are like chaotic crazy, but holidays are coming and we're going to start seeing a lot of holiday releases. And with that being said, I will be reviewing a ton of holiday collections here on my channel. So if you want to see all of that, or if you have seen any products right here that you want me to review, either a try or haul, or if you have any ideas like for a different type of video that you have been wanting to watch, please comment on the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. And while you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I hope that you can give me that opportunity and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also share with family and friends. And until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.